Okay. There's something I want to talk about. I don't really want to talk about, but I feel the need to talk about. Um, want to make a video talking about anxiety. So that's the reason I even started my whole channel years ago. I know a lot of my subscribers struggle with anxiety disorders, so I wanted to get my thoughts out about it, and yeah. So first, I just want to say having anxiety disorders sucks so bad that it completely rules my life. Has ruled my life for so long. I feel like I don't really have a life because of anxiety. I'm like real tired of living like this and I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like all I do is just work to survive. That's literally all I do. I think about all the time, like people who don't have anxiety disorders, what does their life look like and what does it feel like? More so, what does it feel like? I wish I could like experience one day to feel what that is like. It must be like absolutely amazing. So, I've been diagnosed with two anxiety disorders. I have general anxiety disorder and I have social anxiety. And social anxiety, I knew that I had that for years, but I've had it at least since I was 6 years old because I remember the first day of kindergarten being absolutely terrified of everybody, and it never went away. Like the feeling, I just never got over that. And to this day, like being around people, large crowds of people, not even just large crowds, just being in public some days is it's just it feels so unnerving, and I wish I could get rid of that feeling to not care about what people think, to not feel their eyes on me, to not think that everybody's judging me negatively, to not feel inferior to everyone around me. General anxiety disorder, if you don't know what it is, it's basically means that you worry a lot. You worry all the time. It means that you like envision worst case scenarios all the time about anything under the sun. Like everything that like that you know that you're going to experience, everything's going to go wrong and go horribly. You think about like the worst case scenarios all the time. Long drawn out visions of horrible things happening to you. I struggle with nightmares on the regular or just really like weird, unnerving dreams. I never get like a good night's rest. Like, I remember what it feels like to get like a peaceful, good night's sleep. I wake up like at least 3 to 4 times a night. I don't know if that's normal, but I never ever like sleep all the way through or wake up like one time. I wake up with panic attacks a lot of times. I don't know why, but I always get panic attacks at night, and it's usually like when I'm sleeping. That's horrible because sleep should be the time that you get to rest and like rejuvenate, but like waking up and in a panic attack is like it's horrible. So not only do I have to like live with anxiety my whole day, but then I can't even get like I can't even get a moment's peace at night trying to sleep. So and it's like, what do you do? What are your options to cure anxiety? I don't even think you can cure it. I don't know. Isn't it one of those things that you just treat for the rest of your life? So pretty much your options are therapy, like CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. That's expensive. Any kind of therapy is expensive. I went to therapy for a year only. Or else medication, and I have not had any kind of luck with medication. Only bad experiences. I took one for a year. If I could go back in time and not take it, I would because I feel like it messed me up. And then I think I tried like Zoloft one time, and it was absolutely horrible. I couldn't sleep at all. The side effects were so bad to the point of like I had to call off work. And that's the thing I don't understand. If you have anxiety, how are you supposed to find a medication that works? That's what they say. Like, you just need to try the different ones until you find one that works for you. Well, who has the time? If you work, I work 40 plus hours a week. How the hell am I supposed to do the trial and error of finding a medication that works for me when so many of them have these god awful side effects? It's just like, and that was my experience with the one that I took for a year. I took gabapentin and I just felt like a zombie. I didn't feel like myself. If I take a medication, I want to feel like myself minus anxiety. I don't want to feel like I don't feel anything. I feel numb. I feel like in a fog all the time. I don't want to feel like that. That's not a decent, acceptable trade-off. And another thing is I struggle to label, I always want to say like anxiety is not mental illness. I always want to say that like anxiety is a disorder, but it's not a mental illness. That's what I try to tell myself because that's a lie. I know that. But like I hate being associated with the label mentally ill. Like I hate it because there's such a huge stigma to this day about mental illness. And it's like, why does it have to be that way? So many people struggle with it. It's not like we choose to be this way. No fucking person would choose to be like this and to struggle every single fucking day. So why is there's this huge stigma still? And like, oh, you gotta like, it's like talk behind people's backs about people who are mentally ill and all this stuff. Or I have people in my life who don't want to even acknowledge it. I've told them like I've been diagnosed. It is what it is, but they won't even acknowledge it. They never ask how I'm doing. They don't care. It's like it's such a shameful thing. And that's why I feel shame about it. That's why I don't like to talk about it. I never talk about my anxiety to like anybody in my life because I feel so ashamed to have it. I try to hide it all the time. I try to hide the fact that I have social anxiety. Even though like I know people think I'm sketchy and stuff because I don't I turn down plans if I'm scared, like if it's too much outside of my comfort zone, then I will turn it down and I'm sure they think, well, why does she like only want to do certain things and stuff like that? But it really sucks like when the people in your life they don't even want to acknowledge that you have it. It's just a shameful thing. Like you don't have that, even though I've medically been diagnosed with it. I fucking know what I feel every day. Look at my life where I'm at. How can you say that I don't have it? I'm proud of the fact that I have worked full time my entire adult life and I've been so independent, but like, what else do I have to show? What else do I really have to show for my life? And it's all because of stupid anxiety. Like, I'm so sick of it at this point. I don't know what else to do. I just, I wish so much that there was just some easy way that I could just get rid of it and just know what it feels like to not have anxiety anymore, to never have another panic attack, to feel like comfortable in social situations, not judge the fuck out of myself before, during, and after. Just be a normal person. And I know, like, a lot of other people struggle with anxiety disorders. I know that. I know that it's like the number one, in America at least, it's the number one mental illness, most common. But it doesn't feel like that when you're out walking around in public. You feel like you're the only one. You feel like a freak. You feel like, why is I'm so flawed and why did I have to have this in my life? Why can't I just be normal?